Greetings, my friends. I am called to return to come back and speak today. I'm going to pull a few oracles before I discuss a few ideas on transcendental psychology, for it is a time to really stay in tune to our intuition and to follow that, to ignore most of the rest of the insanities that are being broadcasted in the world. For the past is courage. We have learned to develop courage, to even if we have fear, we can overcome by courage. The more courage we have, the more lucid we'll become, and the more love and compassion will also unfold. Where we are now has led us to the integration, the yin and the yang, the divine masculine and feminine, the intuition and the logical. There has to be balance, and we're moving into this realm of integration. And what is coming in the future as a result of that is friendliness. It is love. It is sharing. It is reciprocity. What we are working on now is participation. It is completion. They're very beautiful and gentle. Be gentle and with these beautiful energies that are coming through the emotional. There is great new emotions that are coming, and what as a result of that participation, for we have to be a cooperative component with the light forces of the universe that are operating around and through us. It will be harmony. We're going to be able to flow with the flow. The dolphins are within the flow. They always enjoy. They always the higher beings that are came to hold the frequency, all the cetacean. And so it is important to understand that most of the dark thoughts and the fear and all that humanity has been plagued with, for the most part, that's why God has forgiven them, is because they're not a natural. They've been programmed there are synthetic memories and implementation that have been implanted within the collective of humanity by the Dracos and the Orions, by the Black Cube, the Matrix, in order to keep the humanity in fear and in submission to their program. But there was an intervention by the Arcturians, the Lyrians, and the Andromedans to reintegrate the light portal and the codes to balance out the Metatronic light within the organic structure, to return to the restoration of the organic structure, the divine codes of DNA that the Creator created. And there are 12 pillars of light that have been implemented on the earth. They were talking about 9 initiators in the past. Now they're talking about 12. So it's like 12. For we are the pillars of light. We are here to anchor. We are assuming the mission of the responsibility of that which is the salvation of the world. I'm going to pull some more oracles. The highest wisdom is may the truth be. This truth is going to come out. All the truth. For I'm going to return to that, but we still have to assume the responsibility of being the bringers of the truth. What we need to understand is the higher power. How do we work with the higher powers? More and more, we're learning to work with our source, our creator, our guides, the company of heaven, to utilize all those resources. For the armies of heaven are gathering in the atmosphere. They're all there, and there is be a friend of God and be a friend of spirit. Know that those beings are your friends. Call on your guides. They're strengthening the connection to the Creator, so they can return to our own empowerment. And we have to utilize ascending and descending wisdom. For the ascending wisdom, as the ascended masters, the mighty messengers, all the beings, the finalitas, those beings that have achieved paradise and are returned here in service, they gain wisdom by ascending through experiences, but they're also descending wisdom. Well, the angels and archangels are both ascending and descending, but they are essentially descending wisdom. But they are perfecters of wisdom. They are divine counselors, all kinds of descending wisdom. Those beings have not achieved wisdom by experiences. They were created as the wisdom of God manifested in the world. So we will come to realize there are a great deal of invisible forces that we need to learn with, to call on, to invoke. If you're looking for counsel, just ask for counsel, like the Melchizedeks or the Metatrons or the Archangel Michael. They're possessing great wisdom. They're just the ascended masters, the Christ, the Buddha, Saint Germain. They're just asking their own call, and just ask for them, and you'll see they will respond. I was even informed of the 44,000 Trinity teacher sons that were there here on station near the earth, which was a surprise to me. It was years ago. I was informed that they're here, and those beings are paradise sons. They're just divine teachers that don't grow into wisdom. They're created, and they don't incarnate, never incarnate. They just appear in a world when they're ready to move into light and life, and so I don't know what to assist in the spiritualization of the world when they're ready to move into the sphere of light and life. Yet we live in a post-industrial society, so it's like very questionable why the necessity for them to be here. Yet our planet is on such a bizarre cycle. Everything is not aligned with the regular path of ascension for all the other planets. So they may just at some point just appear and just starting to intervene. They call denial. And so for in essence what we seek to do on a personal level is to integrate the soul and the astral body. They're like the father mother of the divine father and mother within ourselves to all those sensory experiences of being visceral entities. And when they fuse, the soul and the astral body fuses, there is no more yin or yang. There's just a great sphere of light. We become that sphere of light, and there is an incarnated form that we take that's like the sacred embryo that is created. So concentrate your thought on top of your head to open the door to the sky, and then the soul becomes an incarnated being, the sun. That is just like us, but much smaller and more refined and that is free to travel in the universe. And what we need to do is the soulmates, is Isis, Osiris, the sacred sexuality. So we need to unify those divine polarities within ourselves, but also to be ready to attract it on the outside world as well. And the outcome is a new life. So that's wonderful oracles, easy oracles that we're getting today. For our mission is far greater than our own personal evolution. We have assumed that we are serving on a greater level the collective of humanity. Our own personal goal is to achieve Christ consciousness. We incarnate again and again and again and again until this one life that is the life of resolution. We have the opportunity to integrate this Christ consciousness. And for that, it's okay to expose the lies and the manipulation. Yet we don't need to confront the world directly, frontally, but we need to bring the light into darkness. For most of the light workers, the bringers of the truth, the revealer of truth, are not authorized to communicate with the great collective of humanity just yet, but it will come. For everything will soon crumble down. It's going to be a great ending, yet it will be a great new beginning after that. It's the end of time. We'll move on to a realm of eternity. But the planet is becoming a star, and to live on a star, we're going to need a light body. That's why there is do not be worried about there are sometimes events that create discouragement, that create fatigue, that create in physical uncomforts. We need to be perseverant, courageous, and patient. And so but this crumbling of the crumbling of the old system matrix is going to create a lot of chaos within the mind, the collective consciousness, because people will there will be no choice that to abandon their most cherished beliefs. What they believed it to be true is going to be put in question. And we want to bring our support and on an energetic level to all the people in the legal field or the medical field that are trying to bring this freedom and this truth within this insanity that's being communicated on the collective level. So, but sometimes they're bumping against a wall and they want to go, but the wall is crumbling. It's like the water is eventually gonna break the whole wall and everything's gonna come down. So we need to continue to correct our mistakes, to continue to become aware of our place and our mission in the world, what we came here to do, to know that we are supported and protected by the Creator. The more we awaken, the more we invoke, the more we remember and realize we are one with the Creator, the more protection and the greater, the more significance of our mission, because we'll become fully able to manifest this the divine will, which doesn't come from the ego. It doesn't come from the individual. It's a higher intelligence that's working through us. And someday we need to rest and meditate and take it easy. And someday we are called to go into the world. We need to balance it out. For the salvation of the world is an assumed mission by millions of souls when we awaken. We want to assist in the salvation of this world, which guarantees the victory of the light, and is also the aligned with the salvation for the there is an elevation of the whole solar system is getting ready for ascension as the sun becomes warmer, to tune into the frequency of the fire, the white fire essence of our soul, and to fuse our light with the great, eventually with the great light of God, to fuse all who we are, to fuse to return to the source. We need to have integration of the subconscious and the superconscious, which come from below and above. But there is this reprogrammation. The subconscious was plagued with all kinds of artificial intelligence, extraterrestrials, but now it's been cleansed, and so we have this clearing up. It's all about refining our frequency, which is our thoughts, our intentions, our words, and our actions, to become more tuned into the light and to love and light. It's very because it's the law of creation that we experience, that which we produce. And so for the dark and light spectrum is part of the lower frequency, the third, fourth dimension. It remains a little bit on the fifth and a little bit on the sixth, and then on the seventh, it is completely vanished. There is only love and light. We become a master of the Dharma, no longer need karma. We just tune into the Dharma, the law. And we are the only judge for ourselves. Each soul will be the judge for itself, because the soul is bound to divine covenant. So it's about forgiveness, and forgiveness brings healing. We have to forgive ourselves. And because it's normal that we have divine unsatisfaction living in a world that is so unfair, so brutal, so unjust, so unbalanced, but that is pushing us to return to the source, to return to that which is it is like it's a waking call to restore that perfection within. And remember, you are eternal and immortal being living in a physical body where God lives as well. To become Christic and crystalline, then to follow the God self, the information that comes from God within. And so for the ego will always tell you are imperfect and weak, when the soul will remind you that you are strong and divinely perfect. They created the original sin to keep humanity in control. So you're unworthy of the love of God, which is a complete lie that they created for the purpose of controlling the world, and even the earth is as the earth, what we call earth is the third dimensional matrix of planetary construct. Then we call it terra. It's like it's already included in the fourth dimension, love and light. And then we come into Gaia. Gaia is the spirit of the planet. It is a being of love that is with Shitaya, with higher self. On the celestial planes, it's called Ura or Urantia. It's called Urantia, and this was the name that an archangel gave the planet, and it's part of the six. There is 6 trillions, over 6 trillions inhabited evolutionary world recorded on Paradise, and there will be 7 trillion planets in the time and space, and then we'll move on to the next level of reality. And this planet is meant to become a museum to the glory of God that overcame all kinds of obstacles. It will be a great library. It's at the edge of the Milky Way, so it's like a bridge to other planes and other. It is made of so many influence of extraterrestrial influence ever from the start, and so it will become a Garden of Eden. It is programmed for that, and even on the periphery of Paradise, there is for Paradise is essentially flat. It is longer than large. The smallest the smallest distance is about 1/10 is the size of the periphery, and then the lower plane is only God there. It's like energy coming in and out every 2 billion years, and all the personality lives on the upper surface. But on the periphery, we enter it through the periphery of Paradise, where the memory is stored, and each of the 6 trillion planets that lives in, that exist, that were created in the grand universe, have his own shrine, his own museums. Is where the memory will be stored, and then we eventually will go into the inner circuits of Paradise to meet the creators. We will come to realize that we will be it is inevitable. The paradise ascension plan is inevitable. Sooner or later, the soul will go through those processes of purification and refinement to return to the central dwelling. This is a painting. I just thought I'd share that. It's finished. I finished it. It says, "I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise." And just the color of the 22 I put upside down for the world was the sun is neither up or down, but we live in a world where everything is upside down. So we need to see to integrate the polarity beyond polarity to move into this and so the cosmology paintings is giving me a little bit of a hard time, but it is a pleasure to work on it. I'm going to finish with a song. I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm going to pull a few more cards at the end. It's yesterday I sang the Stairway to Heaven, but on the other side there was this other song, so I sing that one. It's kind of a romantic pop song from the 80s, I think 90s, 80s. It's called I'm Gonna Be. It goes like this. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who working hard for you. And when the money comes in from the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I grow old, well, I hope I'm gonna be the man who's growing old with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I come home, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming back home to you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Hopefully, it will be easier than that. I'm going to pull a few more cards to finish, just to see what the angels would like to add. For what is the highest wisdom for us today is indulgence, not to be severe on ourselves, to continue to correct but to be accepting of our lower side, of our weaknesses, of all these parts. It's not to say that all the dark side we agree with it, but to be in acceptance of it, to not be, because this part that is suffering, it is a part that is suffering as an inner child that is suffering within ourselves. So it's about allowing, accepting those wounds, and that's the only way but by accepting it, we can forgive ourselves, and we can heal us ourselves. And so it is really much about where the wisdom lies. What we need to understand is patience, to be kind, to take things slowly, to not be in a rush to get things done, or to go anywhere, or to be anything else than we are. And as we do that, there's a great acceleration that will happen. What we need to do is trust in yourself, trust in your creator, trust in your soul, trust in your guides, trust in life. um, and things will unfold through leap of faith and power. And the outcome is the dreams that will be coming true, the manifestation of our dreams. No matter what, we have eternity to fulfill all our dreams, but the dreams may come in as magical. When we let go of resistance, there is all kinds of new things that will be coming into alignment, and that will be coming into manifestation. So continue to dream big, do not compromise your dream. And be flexible. Do not be say I need that, or I won't be happy until I have that. Just say I am in a receptive mode to receive that, and God gives it to you on an energetic level. And then from there, when you're fully in acceptance and feeling that you already have that which you've been asking for, the manifestation will follow. And the outcome, the final card of the day is the Archangel Raphael. It's a great romantic card. It is the two of Raphael, two hearts that comes together to create something very beautiful. Soulmates. Do not abandon those you love. So it's understanding that there is a co-creation of love, and when we come together with another soul, we co-create together. We become more than what we were. It's like joy that is shared is joy that is multiplied by great by. So it's about sharing, about coming together with someone that is if you're already in this divine relationship, be grateful for it. It is a gift from the universe. If you're really otherwise, there will be a lot of relationship that will be ending to make place for more deeper relationship, more harmonious relationship. So it is a transition time. I hope you enjoy those times. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.